Hello guys, it's full time up in Stoke. Stoke 1, Arsenal 4. If you think I sound a bit croaky, I am, sorry. I've got a sore throat. Of course I do. Arsenal won handsomely. All is well in the universe. Fantastic result. Fantastic result. Especially given that, Stoke had the week off. We went to Southampton, had a difficult game there, got the win. And another one today. Wow. I mean, we have cranked the pressure right up on Liverpool now. 1 point really separating the two. And they go to West Ham tomorrow. West Ham have already done us a huge favour by ending Tottenham's title challenge. Could they do us another one by getting something against Liverpool tomorrow? If they do, we have got 2 home games and everything would be in our hands. I mean, remarkable given the situation in the league just a few weeks ago. Really difficult to fully assess it all, but hey, let's just enjoy it. And I thought what was interesting about today was that Arsenal really found their attacking groove again. Since they went to 3 at the back, they've been very, very solid in games without necessarily being spectacular or good to watch. They didn't really sort of click into gear on the attacking front. Today they did. They scored 4 goals. They could well have scored a couple more. There were some lovely goals in there too, some great moves. And that was, intriguingly, with a bit of rotation of personnel. I think Arsene Wenger probably deserves some praise today. He changed the team up, brought Coquelin and Giroud in for Ramsey and Welbeck. Koscielny came in at the back. But I think Coquelin and Giroud were 2 he picked, expecting kind of a physical battle from Stoke. We didn't necessarily get that, but they both justified their selection. Coquelin playing more of a box-to-box role, I guess, as Ramsey does alongside Xhaka. And who expected him to play that incisive pass for that first goal, finding Bellerin, who crossed for Giroud, right place, right time. I mean, look, if there's an area where Giroud has the edge over Welbeck, apart from maybe aerial ability, is that movement inside the penalty box. Sometimes when a guy goes to the byline and pulls it back, Welbeck can be a bit on his heels. He doesn't make those near-post runs. His movement's not as good within the width of the penalty box as Giroud's is, and I thought we saw that today with both Giroud goals. Right place, right time is often not a coincidence. Anyway, a lovely bit of play from Bellerin too, who of course came in for Oxlade-Chamberlain on the right-hand side and ended the game with 2 assists. He might not be as thrilled with his defensive positioning on Stoke's goal, but going forward, some really promising signs from him too. Half-time, second goal was Ozil and Alexis combining in brilliant fashion. To be honest, it was reminiscent of the way they combined in the early portion of the season. Ozil running beyond Alexis and a delicious through ball from the Chilean and a really confident finish from Ozil. Great to see those two in tandem again. It came back to 2-1. Stoke's goal should not have stood. I think it was Shaqiri who beat Holding a little too easily. Holding isolated by Bellerin's positioning, and then his cross handled by Peter Crouch. Not quite the hand of God. The hand of Crouch doesn't have the same ring to it, and diverts into the net. I don't think that many Arsenal players saw what had gone on, so the protests probably weren't as fervent as they might have been. And I think a few weeks ago, had Arsenal suffered that kind of setback, they wouldn't have recovered from it. But the team's a little more confident now, a little more secure, and we were able to go on and win the game. Alexis Sanchez scoring probably the most crucial goal, that third goal. He was actually carrying a thigh injury at the time. I was begging for him to come off, but he stayed on the pitch and lashed home, deflected shot into the far corner. Remarkable season he's having. I think that's 50 Premier League goals in 101 appearances. He's the first Premier League player this season to reach double figures for both goals and assists. 21 goals, 10 assists. Just an extraordinary season, and he indicated after the goal, he pointed to the badge and said he sort of did this and then this. I really hope he means he's staying at Arsenal, not I'm going to have Stoke. I'm going to move to Stoke or something. Stoke's in my heart, God knows. And then the fourth goal, it was Giroud's goal, but really it was about Aaron Ramsey, who came off the bench and really had a point to prove, somewhat unsurprisingly. He was kind of everywhere in that final 10 minutes, charging all over the place. Real good persistence from him, and a decent ball as well to supply that fourth goal for Giroud. Superb result, 4-1 away at Stoke, only the second time we've won there in the Premier League era. I think our biggest win at Stoke since the 50s or something like that. Vindication of the system once again, incredible. Surprising almost how much more secure we look with just 1 extra centre-back. What a difference it's made. If only we'd made that switch earlier, I guess you would say. And the top four, is it on? It feels like it now. I mean, it's kind of the ball's in Liverpool's court. They've got to go to West Ham. Of course I want Arsenal to make the top four. Of course I do. It's the best thing for the club. I want to be in that Champions League, and I do not want to be in that Europa League. So fingers crossed. I mean, could we yet scrape into the top four and win the FA Cup? That would be an interesting end to a very turbulent season, but a long way to go as yet. Let's enjoy today. We beat the Orcs 4-1. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.